Oh, jeez. So that's pouring out. It's amateur hour. We've never done this before. Got the nut. It's quite hot. I've taken off the oil filter and the one that I've got is not the right size. It's not the same size. I can't screw it on. G'day guys, Marcus, Searching for Adventure. Welcome back to another video. And look what I've got behind me. The majestic HJ75 Land Cruiser Troop Carrier. Now, I know I've had this a while, 2 years since I bought the Troopy, and I said I was going to do a whole bunch of modifications and a bit of a build video on it. But unfortunately, life has got in the way, haven't found the time or the money to do anything with it. So I thought I'd do a bit of an update on the old girl, run you guys through, again, just some of the little imperfections that I need to attend to before I start doing anything kind of serious internally in terms of a build out. Yeah, I think there are around 15 to 20,000 views on that initial video, and I've had a lot of people say, Marcus, what the bloody hell are you doing? You're doing nothing, you teased us. So what I can say is it's been a great weekend truck to do runs to the tip and pick up furniture and do sort of some of those general household duties. So I'll just run you through and show you some of these things that I do need to attend to, the rust and different structural elements. So as you would have seen in that initial video, I've got some pretty major rust issues going on in a few locations. And this is one of them down here. You can see how bad that looks. So as I said, before I do any internal mods in the back and deck all that out, I've really got to attend to these kind of structural issues here. So it's only this last panel down here that's got some serious rust, some other areas of rust around the vehicle, but also inside the car, we've got some pretty serious rust situation going on in here. There has been a bit of a crack here in this pillar. And again, after doing a bit of research, that is quite common with these old Troopies. Bit of surface rust here and there, which is pretty minor. That's not really anything too dramatic or too problematic. Bit of rust going on here that I'll get all fixed up. Around this side, this panel here, no real major problem apart from this bit of rust in here. Bit of rust down through here. Again, by and large, the panels are in pretty good nick. And down here in this footwell is where I need some serious work done. You can see here, you can see right through the floor. So that there I need to get fixed, and I'm not really 100% sure what I got to do to fix that, so I'm not an expert, so I'm going to get an expert to look at that. But look, anyway, the cab has remained the same since I bought it. I have installed a pretty unique cup holder that hasn't failed me. That's been sitting there for about 18 months and hasn't failed me. And obviously I pulled out the drawer systems in that last episode a long while ago. But again, once I get all this structural work done, that's when I will then look to go and fit this out, and it's going to be pretty exciting. So you can see that's cracked there as well. And again, as I mentioned before, apparently this is quite common in these Troopies at this age. So what I want to do is get a whole new windscreen in, but I want to replace these pillars, get all this fixed up the top there. Around the front, in terms of bodywork, it's pretty good, pretty straight. The old bull bar's still on her, and yeah, I've got some pretty good ideas as to what I want to do to make this look pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to give her an oil change. I'll give that a crack. Wish me luck. I'm going to change the oil, the air filter, the oil filter down there. The radiator's been fine. That's a bit hot because I've been driving around this morning, but that's all fine, that's all full. So there's no issues there. In terms of the brake fluid, that all looks good and everything else looks okay. Now, what do I do first? I'm led to believe it takes around 8-10 litres of oil. So I've got that oil there. oil filter, air filter, and obviously I'll put the oil in here. Okay, so here goes. And I know that I'm gonna have to grab this nut, and I don't know how hot this oil is gonna be. And I don't know how far it's gonna pour out. Oh, jeez. Well, I've lost the nut. It's amateur hour. I've never done this before. I do know this takes 13 litres, this tub, so hopefully the tub doesn't overflow. So I made sure that was right, but I've lost the nut in the bloody bucket. I guess you learn. Well, I got the nut. It's quite hot. I tried to scoop it up, but couldn't scoop it up, so I had to put my whole hand in the oil, so my hand is well greased. Look, while that's dripping down, I'm now going to do air filter. Kind of like the point of no return here with that oil out. Undo this nut, clip, this three clips. Open that up. Air filter out from what I have read. The new one goes in and it doesn't matter which way you put this in. Air filter in. It's all clean in here. It's all sitting in there nicely. Put that back on. Alright, so that's the air filter done. Oil is pretty much all done. There's just a little bit dripping out. I'll just put the nut back on. That's been probably draining for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. And I just got to just nip it up. So the oil filter is kind of down below here. And I don't think I can really get it from up here. It's too far down. Well, this is a bit of a problem. This is the oil filter remover that I've bought. And I remember asking them, is it going to fit? And it doesn't fit. So that's a problem. Just hoping that maybe if I take the other one off, I can get a grip on it with my hand. So I'll try that. I don't know how much of a mess this is going to make. Okay, here it goes. Oh, it's making a mess. Okay. It came off pretty easy. I'll give that a wipe. And peel this one off. I'll put a little bit of oil on here. I sold me the wrong one. Freak. So I'm pretty peeved. I've taken off the oil filter and it's the one I've got's not the right size. Even though when I bought it, I obviously told them the model that I had. I'm gonna have to put the old one back on and screw it up as hard as I can with my hand and then replace that, which is a bit of a nuisance. Anyway, I'll do that. This is turning into be a bit of a nightmare. I'm going to roll this off. I'll admit this is turning into a bit of a nightmare. I just wanted to roll it off these chocks, so I'm not reaching up really high to get the oil in. Anyway, I can't. I don't want to start the motor. I should stick to what I know, which is not much and certainly not this. We'll put the oil in. Geez, do I trust that? Oil cap on. That's good there. It's actually a little bit over full, but I'm not concerned. Burns a little bit of oil. Well, there you go. That was pretty bloody simple, wasn't it? Gave it a crack. I gave it a whirl. I've got the 10 litres of oil in there. I've got a new air filter, and I will just ensure that I replace that oil filter down there with the correct size, so I won't bore you with that. But anyway, there you go. What do you think? Am I a mechanic or what? Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.